Next, I want to show you how you can use spigots to patch holes in other automation. So we've got our DLRS setting the last call time on the lead. And in order to enable the spigot to uh, see this hole, I had to do a few things. So first, I created a new field called lead on activity, which is a lookup to lead. And we have a flow that basically when a task is created and its who ID is a lead, we set the lead lookup to that who ID. This is a very common pattern that lots of people do when you want to have formula fields on the activity or perhaps validation rules that look up to more fields on the lead than you can do with just the who ID polymorphic field. Um, so this is going to be useful for lots of things that we're going to want to do. And we can see that that is getting filled by the flow as these tasks are getting created. So now I've got another new field called audit summary fields. So this is going to be one formula field that is going to be able to audit all the lookup fields, summary fields on the lead. Um, and let's look at, the formula a little bit. So I'm basically saying if this is a call task that is completed, this task is related to a lead, and one of the following things is true, that the lead has a blank last call time, or this task was created more recently than the lead's last call time, then I'm going to fill this formula with the text failed last call time audit. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it as a blank string. So this ends up being a really useful way for us to use a SQL query to figure out which tasks are needing to be rerun through the DLRS. So uh, what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to just clear the field last call time, and let's see if that's actually working. So let's imagine we accidentally cleared this, some process cleared it. Who knows, maybe the task was logged, but some error occurred, like the running user didn't have permission to create the DLRS scheduled item. It could be a variety of reasons why this DLRS is no longer kind of perfectly aligned. And a lot of you guys might be running a bulk schedule rerun of the DLRS, say nightly. And that's not a bad solution, but that can cause scalability issues. In some orgs, updating all those leads will cause syncs to other managed packages or external APIs, or there might be a reason why you don't want to do that. So this solution is just a scalpel. It's going to like update just the leads where it's not aligned and fix just those leads. So what I want to show you too is that right now, like out of the box with DLRS, this is not going to be what you might call self-healing. Like this issue is going to persist even as multiple new leads get inserted. Even now, if a task gets logged to this lead, yes, that will fix the issue. But if until that happens, this lead is just going to report that there's no last call time, and it might outflow or something. So we see that a new batch happened, and temporarily um, they're failing the audit, but then the roll-up job happened. They're no longer failing the audit because last call time on their lead got updated. But this one persisted. It didn't get healed by the kind of normal flow of events. So I have a spigot ready here that I'm just going to activate. But first I want to show you what it does. So we are always running, and we are looking at tasks where failed last call time audit is one of the strings in this audit summary field. So So basically, give me all the tasks where they are failing the last call time audit. I order by system mod stamp descending. This is because I'm thinking that the most recently logged ones should come first. Um, but in some cases, you might want to do ascending and put the oldest ones first. And I set the limit to 1,000. Now, technically, we could set this even higher. This is really just like how many do we want to fix each run of the spigots, each transaction. We can lower this if we're kind of failing transactions because spigots is trying to do too much. We can raise it if spigots isn't keeping up with kind of the number of things that we want to fix each time. And let's take a look at the spigot action. So this this is a general concept that we can fix or patch issues in other automation, and they will all have a little bit of a different solution. So I've also done something similar with rollup helper before, um, but in this case, at least one solution is to create what's called a lookup rollup summary schedule item. And the way that I kind of figured this out is I looked at a data export of some of these items and I saw some of the fields that are set, and I just kind of put together that if we have spigots create this, it's as if a task had been created that would have created one of these. So we're basically creating an item that the rollup job is going to pick up. So now I go into the spigot, I'm going to make it active, and we still have this item, and I'll maybe add a few others. I'm going to clear out that. And so what just happened is I think one of them got cleaned up, and these other two that I just created are still there. But let's see, did they get cleaned up? I think they just got cleaned up right away. So that's what's basically happening here is that if for whatever reason, it could be row locking, it could be a permissions issue, it could be some other governor limit was hit, or some unexpected process updated a field that we didn't think was happening, that's causing this kind of roll up field to not be exactly correct. This spigot is going to act and make it exactly correct. So this means that, you know, if we're relying on this field for important things like lead outflow or, determining if something did or didn't happen, um, we want it to be exactly correct. And this is going to help us kind of continuously automatically audit and enforce that that field is correct.